been told that you need to drink 8 glasses of water per day, but do you really know why? Our bodies are made up of over 75% water, but not all water is created equal. Tap water is full of contaminants and added chemicals that are harmful to our bodies, whilst bottled water might seem like the better option, but the production process is highly unregulated and contains harmful chemicals leached from the plastic containers. Before bottled water reaches the consumer, it is said to be stored in the bottle for around 24 months. Also, this water is acidic and affects our body's health, and when it's not recycled, these plastic bottles end up in our communities and landfills, destroying our local ecosystem. So what can you do about it? If you knew of one product that not only will it give you clean, fresh and drinking water, but it will also help you replace harmful household chemicals, help you go green and save you money in your entire home. This is your new Kangen K8, Enagic's top model that will filter your tap water through electrolysis to produce super hydrating alkalized antioxidant water. This system connects to your tap and is capable of producing 7 different types of water. First, the water travels through your antibacterial filter to remove contaminants and chlorine, leaving you with clean, incredibly delicious drinking water. Next, the water passes over 8 electrically charged titanium and platinum plates, able to fully hydrate and detoxify the body, cells and tissues. Now, that's not all this device can do. Your Kangen K8 has other machine settings that make special waters that help you go green and chemical free in your homes. So the first property of Kangen water is anti-oxidizing. What we have here is an ORP meter, and this will measure whether a liquid is oxidizing or anti-oxidizing. If it has a positive number, it means it's oxidizing, aging, rusting, bad for us. If it has a negative number, it means it's anti-oxidizing, which means it's good for us. So here we've brought along a range of liquids. The first drink is 7-Up, and this represents all soft drinks: Coca-Cola, Fanta, Pepsi, Diet Coke, etc. And the second drink we have here is sparkling water. This used to be one of my favorite drinks. And the third is mineral water, bottled water, and this represents any typical mineral bottled water brands on the marketplace. And then we have tap water. And finally, we have Kangen water 9.5. So when you put this probe into the liquid, it would either give you a positive reading or a negative reading. So first of all, with 7-Up, so it has a reading of around 300. Positive, very oxidizing. And second, we have sparkling water. And again, it should also give you a reading of around 300. Again, very oxidizing, very positive. And third, mineral water. Now, I know a lot of people drink bottled mineral water, and again, you should see a reading of around 300. Tap water. And then finally, Kangen water. Can you see the reading there? Is it a positive or a negative? So it gives you a negative reading, which means this water is full of antioxidants. Everything we eat or drink is either alkalizing or acidifying on our body. Unfortunately, the majority of us consume foods and beverages that are sugar-laden, highly processed, leaving our bodies in a state of acidosis, which can lead to illness and accelerate the aging process. By restoring the body to an alkali state, we can regain control of our health, since our bodies are over 70% water. The best way to do this is drinking water with a good amount of naturally occurring alkaline minerals. So the second property of Kangen is alkalinity. What I'm holding here is a pH tester. It's the same thing you use to measure the pH of your aquarium pool or the pH of your liquids. So all we simply do is pour a few drips into these liquids. And with our first drink, the 7-Up, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, all soft drinks will test to be very, very acidic. And how about our sparkling water? Again, very acidic. How about our bottled mineral water? Is this so smart after all? Now, as I mentioned earlier, part of the reason why it's this color is because it's been sitting in the bottled water for a long, long time, around 24 months. Now with tap water, the reason why it looks slightly better is because by federal regulation, the governments have to put chemicals inside. They put something called lye, L-Y-E, and that's to help push up the pH of your water. Because imagine, if the pH of your water, of your tap water, was acidic, what would happen to the city pipes? It would corrode, it would rust your pipes, correct? So are the governments there looking after their pipes, or are they looking after your pipes? This is our alkaline Kangen water 9.5 pH. So as you can see on this scale over here, this is where we're supposed to be. So what happens when you start to drink Kangen? So imagine this is the state of your pH, this is the state of your body. When you drink Kangen 9.5, the first thing that happens is you start to detox. And imagine if this is the state of your body, same again. And now watch this with the sparkling water, don't blink. Did you see that? Now let's watch this again. It's tried and it struggled. It struggled to go alkaline, but because this water is very acidic, it struggled to change. And finally, how about our soft drinks? Any changes so far? Let's pour that all the way to the top and see if we have any changes. No changes whatsoever. Imagine if you drank one whole bottle of this Sprite or this soft drink, guess how many bottles of Kangen you will need to drink to detox your body, to bring your body back to this state over here. It's actually 33 bottles, 33 litres. Who can sit here in one day and drink 33 bottles in one day? Now, just to show you how acidic these soft drinks are, with children they're very smart, and they said, hey look, I don't want the whole can, I don't want the whole bottle, what if I just take one little sip? Now to show you how acidic these soft drinks are, one little sip, and how about with a Kangen? With just one little sip, you've just destroyed all of that hard work your body has just put in. And that's how acidic these soft drinks are. The third and last property of Kangen is something called microclustering. Think of this as tiny water and big water. Tiny molecule water can deeply penetrate your cells and can aid the removal of toxic acidic waste in your body, also absorbing nutrients and providing better hydration. To demonstrate this, we'll use some green tea. So how do you normally make green tea? You've got to boil the water, correct? So what we're using here is room temperature tap water. As you can see, without boiling the water, we cannot make green tea. So what we'll do, we'll use the same tea bag, come onto Kangen, and we can make instant green tea. Can you see that? So my skeptical friends would say, hey look Anthony, you've wet the tea bag with the tap water. That's why you can make green tea. So what we'll do, we'll come back onto tap water. Any green tea? No, because the molecules of this tap water is very big. So finally, we come back onto Kangen. And as you can see, instant green tea. You know how when you feel really bloated or your stomach feels really full with bottled water or tap water? After drinking a lot of water, it's because it's sitting in your stomach and not actually absorbing into your cells. So here is the top colon doctor in the world, Dr. Hiromi Shinya. He created the polypectomy and helped create that colonoscopy procedure, and this is why he recommends drinking Kangen water as the main beverage to drink, because the Kangen water absorbs the tea better, which is showing you how you can absorb your nutrients better, on how you can get waste and toxins out of your cells better. Now that's not all this device can do. Your Kangen K8 has other machine settings too. So you have clean water setting, which is a neutral pH of 7.0. This is great for cooking and for baby formula. The beauty water setting makes the pH of 6.0. It acts as a toner, balancing the pH of your skin and acts to make a soft, beautiful appearance. The strong acidic water has a pH of 2.5. This acts as a disinfectant and can be used to replace all of your harmful household cleaners. It's also safe to be used topically to replace hand sanitizer and mouthwash. Okay, finally, let's take a look at this strong 11.5 Kangen water. Now, this is absolutely one of my favorites, and it works as an emulsifier. It removes harmful pesticides from your produce. It makes it taste healthier and makes your produce last longer. So as you probably know, pesticides and herbicides are oil-based because no matter how much they irrigate the farm and rains, the chemical remains on the produce. So how do you normally wash your fruits and vegetables? Using tap water, correct? And then now we'll use the strong 11.5 Kangen water. And to help simulate this washing process, what we'll do is just take both the cups of the tomato and give this a rinse a couple of times, and then let it set down over here, and we'll do exactly the same thing with the strong Kangen. So this cup over here has been washed in tap water, and this cup over here has been washed in our Kangen 11.5. As you can see, did we wash anything off with our tap water? Maybe a bit of dust, but what did we wash off here with our strong Kangen water 11.5? So this yellow stuff over here is actually our pesticides, herbicides, our insecticides. This is what our farmers are spraying on our fruits and vegetables. By the way, when you wash any of your fruits and vegetables at home with tap water, the chlorine is actually being absorbed into your fruits and vegetables. And the same with your showers. That's why we also have a shower unit too. So there you have it. Now that you can see this Kangen K8 machine can do for your health, it is easy to see why Enagic says, change your water, change your life. Every day we are continuing to help spread this awareness and bring the cleanest, healthiest water to you and your family, your friends, and all around the world so that we can make a global impact together. So my friends, if you would like to know how you can get started with your very own Kangen machine and how you can start drinking this beautiful water with all of your friends and family, get in touch with us, reach out to the person who sent you this video so they can help you get started today.
Okay, awesome. Wow, we've got a few new guests today so far joining us. All right, let's see. Can you guys hear me okay? All good? Right, and let's see. Now, for those of you who just joined us, that was a Kangen video demo demonstrated by myself. Those of you who don't know who I am, joining us for the very first time, my name is Anthony Tan. I am from London, UK. So hence this accent, hence this morning time zone. And those of you who are joining us from overseas, welcome and congratulations. For those of you who have a Kangen machine, who have been drinking Kangen water, how many of you guys, or people who are just watching for the very first time, how many of you guys are still blown away or was blown away by that video? I don't know how many times I've watched that. How many times, maybe just go in the message box. How many times have you guys watched that Kangen video? Or how many times have you watched a Kangen demo? Myself have watched it or performed the Kangen demo well over 500 times. And I'm still impressed. I'm still blown away. Right? And how many of you guys, what was the thing that impressed you the most from that Kangen demo? Name one thing from that Kangen demo that impressed you the most. Was it the ORP? Was it the tomatoes? Was it pH, the changing color, right, of the water? That still impresses me. Yes, the 11.5 when you wash the fruits and vegetables. All right, awesome. So how many of you guys are currently now still drinking your Kangen or not drinking your Kangen yet at the moment? All right, awesome. Okay, so those of you who are watching this for the very first time or would like to get a video or would like to watch that video again, just get back to the person who invited you to this video, this presentation, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. Yeah, Jason says, changing the tea demo. Yeah, that impresses me. And how many of you guys are using Kangen water when you're making your tea, when you're cooking your soup, and you just notice that amazing change in flavor? Okay, awesome. So like I said, we're running this in 3 separate parts, the Kangen demo number 1, and then now we're going into now the very exciting part, the global Enagic Global Partnership Program. This should last about half an hour to an hour. Then we'll take a short break. But remember, definitely stay behind, because we're going to hear some amazing testimonials of what this water has done for us, and then hear from some of our leaders who is going to be running a meeting today on his journey within Enagic so far. Okay, so let me just jump into this and share my screen. All right, can you guys see my screen okay? Somebody give me a quick thumbs up. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Heng. All right. So before I go into the business partnership program, in case of you who haven't heard from me before, you're wondering who is this random Asian guy on your screen this morning on a Saturday. A brief introduction about myself. This is my background prior to Enagic, prior to joining Enagic. For about 10-15 years, I was working in the fashion industry, working for a company called Burberry. Has anyone heard of Burberry, or currently wear Burberry, or has one of these trench coats, or like a Burberry handbag perhaps? So this was me for about 10 years. So 5 years prior to joining Enagic, this was my remit. Global sourcing was my title, and I basically just means that I source materials, I source factories. We had the pleasure of working with some of the best factories around the world. These are also factories that manufacture for Prada, for Gucci, Hermes handbags, etc. So these may be just some pictures of some of our factories in Milan, in Portugal, and Thailand. Yes, we also had some pretty amazing factories in Thailand too. Okay, so anyway, prior to me being introduced to Enagic, I was quite happily working there. But one day, the person who introduced me to Kangen, my brother, he said, look, there's something you need to check out. And I was very, very skeptical. But I took a look anyway. I went to a demo, just like, the one that you're watching now. And by the way, the demo I watched, it wasn't a live demo. It was literally just somebody playing a video on a laptop in front of my face. There was no tomatoes. I did not have the pleasure of tasting a real tomato, but we invested in a machine anyway for our own health. And then, my parents received tremendous health benefits, as did I. And then sooner down the line, my brother said, look, there is an opportunity here. There is a business opportunity here for you. Why don't you come check it out? I was quite busy. I was very happy at work. But one day, traveling to work, I did pick up some articles I'll share later. But fast forward to 2021, this is where I am now. So that's my family there. This is some of my presentations and trainings that I run around the world. So what I'm about to share with you is not something that I've read in a book. It's not some seminars I've attended. This is real life experience. And so, there is some authority here from my side when I'm sharing what I'm about to share with you. And so anyway, like I said, whilst traveling to work, just getting on the train, on the tube here in the UK, I picked up one of these newspapers, and it said, pressure and job insecurity felt by UK workers at 20-year high. And it basically says and asks, did we feel secure? Is my job secure? And it was also at the same time, when there was a steady recession that was starting to hit the UK, particularly the retail fashion industry. And I could see some of my peers, my colleagues, some of very high-ranking seniors around me starting to be made redundant. They were starting to lose their jobs. This was back in 2013, 2014, and I was thinking, is there loyalty here, within the workplace? And anyway, fast forward again to 2020, last year, what hit us? What was the biggest thing that hit us? All around the world. This is not just UK. The pandemic, the COVID-19 hit us globally around the world. And a lot of my friends and my families have lost their jobs. Maybe just press one in the chat box below if you knew something, if you know a friend or a family or a colleague that have lost their job because of COVID, because of the pandemic. They have to take a pay cut. They've been made redundant because of the COVID. Yes, thank you. So many people, right? Thank you. And then not just jobs, but also businesses. And this is a very, very familiar sight here in the UK, where a lot of shops, a lot of retail businesses have closed down, and empty shops, literally lying the streets. Even now, even though when the UK now are coming out of lockdown, we're pretty much out of lockdown now, but a lot of shops are still suffering, and they've not been able to recover. So again, hit 2 in the message box if this is a very familiar sight in your country where you are at the moment. Okay, so shops closing down. So it says half of UK companies seek to furlough staff over coronavirus. Okay, so they're having to try and get a loan from the government. Yes, thank you there, Sonia. Number 2 there from, same thing again in India, correct? And, but, I was pretty glad at that time that I've made that switch, made that jump. But before we carry on, I think it's very important to have a quick reality check to see why you guys are here. Okay, so what I'm about to share with you, it's not some exponential quick, get rich quick scheme. Or I'm not going to be able to show you a button where you can get rich in a fortnight. And our results that we're about to share with you are not typical. And the only variable is yourself. But we're going to give you the tools to show you how this is possible. And you are in the right place. This is for you if you want to spend more time for yourself and your family. Yes, who would like more time for themselves and their family? Yes, hit 1. Hit 1 in the chat box. Again, hit 1 again if you'd like to have more money to do the things that you want in life. Yes, that was definitely me. I was so overworked at Burberry. I was working crazy hours, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, sometimes working the weekend, taking work home. There was a lot of traveling involved. And I was actually also behind on my debt. And by the end of the month, the money that comes into my bank account, that tells me how much I'm worth, correct? And by the end of the month, that bank balance would be 0, and actually sometimes negative. So how would you like to have some more money to do the things that you want in life? Hit 1 in the message box if you like that. And maybe you like some financial security for your family when you retire, okay? Or a business that you guys are currently building at the moment, or you like to build up and hand over to your family, your children. And how about an established global business that is not affected by the COVID, by the pandemic? Okay, how would you guys like to have that? Hit 1 in message box if you like to have some of that. All right, awesome. Thank you, Michelle there, Win. And then, so I always ask myself this question. I ask some of my team members, my guys, this question. Why do we start a business? Why do you guys start a business? Why do you want to start a business? Because, maybe I'm looking to introduce a new product to the marketplace. I don't know, because maybe I want to make some money. And this is, Maria, you should definitely go check her out. Maria here, she says, never start a business just to make money. And instead start a business to make a difference. And when you do make a difference to other people, money will naturally flow into you. Okay, so why do we want to start a business? We start a business to make a difference to other people's lives, correct? And if you start with that mindset, you start with that goal, I think you guys will be doing quite well indeed. All good with that so far? All right. So who is Enagic? What is our company vision? Who is this man? This random man here you see on the screen is incredible. You definitely have to go check him out. He is our CEO, the CEO of Enagic, Mr. Oshiro. Mr. Oshiro's vision when he set up this company, and still is, it's very simple. It's very powerful, and it's three things. Number one, physical health. If you don't have health, what is money to you? Okay, so maybe physical health in the form of the best drinking water, financial health, which is the section we're going to be going through now, and then peace of mind and happiness. Who would like to have some of that? Who would like to have all of that? Okay, and the leader who's going to be coming on later at 9 o'clock, he's going to be sharing with you, how he's managed to achieve all three. So definitely stay behind for that. And so who is Enagic? Who is this Enagic company I keep hearing about? So Enagic, thank you there, Sonia. Yeah, she likes to have all three of those. I think she has achieved all three. And who is Enagic? So Enagic is a privately held Japanese company established in 1974. That, believe it or not, is older than me. Okay. Yes. So a 45-year-old, 46-year-old Japanese company, and who specialize in the production of medical equipment. They are licensed as medical equipment in Japan. And who of you here likes Japanese production? Yes. How many of you here trust Japanese production? What is it about Japanese production that you enjoy? How many of you here drive Japanese cars? Toyota, Honda, what else? Mitsubishi. What are they known for? They're known for reliability, correct? Yes. One of the great things about Enagic, and one of the things that resonates with me, remember, I came from a manufacturing background. And Enagic are an OEM, and OEM means original equipment manufacturer. And that simply means that every component, every part of their machine is manufactured in Enagic factory in Japan. Nothing is outsourced. So remember, going back to Burberry, when at the factory, I used to visit hundreds and hundreds of factories every year, and nothing saddens and upsets me when I go into a factory and I see cotton imported from over here, buttons and zips all imported from all different parts of the world, and it's very common. But when it comes to quality control, you have to understand that is very, very difficult to quality control the supply chain. Okay. Yes, very difficult when you have different parts coming in from different parts of the world. But here with Enagic, everything is manufactured in one factory, and that is very, very rare indeed. The lifespan of these machines are over 20 plus years. They will last a long, long time if you take care of them. The global sales and the turnover. This is $1 billion company. This is the exciting part we're going to jump into now. So, there are numerous offices around the world. So, let us know which part of this, where are you currently on this chart at the moment? Where are you currently, do you have an office where you currently are based at the moment? So I've underlined UK because we do not have an office here in the UK, but yes, there is a brand new office. There is a fairly new office in Dubai. There are, some amazing offices in USA and India. I know some of you guys are joining us from India. There are offices in Philippines, correct? And also Thailand, okay? But here is a global map. And obviously there is some incredible office in Japan. And then they branched out there's a lot of guys over in Canada. Some amazing office in Vancouver and Toronto. And yes, there is even an office in Hawaii. So you can go, who would like to go on holiday to Hawaii and have their holiday paid for with the commissions from Enagic that I'm about to show you. So it's lots of offices around Europe. So nearest office to us here in UK, those of you who are based in UK, is Germany. And then, from these offices and these distribution centers, they ship globally all around the world to around 180 countries around the world. Okay. So Debenhams, House of Fraser, some of these department stores are basically some of our common department stores here in the UK. Okay, so when it comes to the business model, when a lot of people ask us, what is Enagic business model? Anyone? I'm sure you guys, a lot of you guys have heard of Harrods in the news. Okay, so this is about 30 minutes away from me. And so our business model is very, very different to some of these traditional retail business model, because these retail business model, they operate with some of these elements, some of these factors, including warehousing, storage, distribution, and predominantly, particularly advertising. A large chunk of their money needs to go into advertising. Okay, whereas with Enagic, we are very different, very unique, and definitely very, very powerful. And if you've not heard about direct sales, so our business model is direct sales. If you've not heard about direct sales, or maybe you heard about direct sales, maybe you've heard about network marketing. Maybe your perception or your interpretation of direct sale and network marketing is slightly incorrect. So I'm going to share with you what exactly is direct sale, what is our business model, and why it is endorsed by some of the world's top financial experts. How many of you guys know Warren Buffett? How many of you guys have read Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki? Yes. How many of you guys know Tony Robbins, Richard Branson? All of these guys, people here, endorse network marketing. They endorse network marketing, and they also endorse direct selling. Yes, all good. So imagine, if you want to build a house in a direct sales model, this is how, kind of how it works. You would need to go and find an electrician, you need to go and find a plumber, a plasterer. But with direct sales, all you need to do is find a general contractor, and they will do all the work for you, correct? And then they will go and find the electrician, they will find a contractor for you. And that's basically what it is. All good? And so why Enagic as a business? Why do we want to start with Enagic particularly? And I get asked this question all the time, particularly for people who have been involved with network marketing, who are currently looking for a business. If you're currently stuck at home and your business have been impacted, if you're stuck at home because you might have been made redundant or you've had to take a pay cut. Anyway, if your financial situation have been impacted because of the pandemic, these are some of the incredible reasons why you definitely should check out Enagic. All right. Number one, there is no sign-up fee. There is no membership fee. I get asked this question: is there a sign-up fee in the UK anyway? And definitely in America, there is no sign-up fee, and the only sign-up fee is the purchase of the machine. The machine. You only purchase one machine, by the way. So there is no stocking. You don't need to buy hundreds of these machines. Store it in your garage, in your warehouse, and you don't have to keep calling your friends. Do you want to buy? I've never done a cold calling to my friend. Do you want to buy? Do you want to buy? Okay, so and there's no monthly renewal. How many of you guys know friends and family that are in network marketing at the moment where they have to buy stocks every month? Okay, whether or not they like it, you have to keep up the stocks every month. If you do not, they derank you, don't they? Yes, that's that's how some of these other companies operate. But here with Enagic, you do not get deranked. Okay, and I'll share more about it later. You definitely do not need a monthly renewal. You don't need to buy potions and powders and supplements every single month just to keep up your rank. And there is, the sales are all accumulated. It is international sponsoring. Like I said, 180 countries. You can start this business all around the world, and the business is willable. And there is incredible team support. There is amazing customer support. And yes, you do get paid daily. When you submit an order, the company will start processing the commissions, and the commissions are very, very generous indeed. Yes. How many of you guys are currently enjoying the commissions? Yes. How many of you guys like to be paid daily? How many of you guys like to be paid monthly? All right. If you like to be paid daily, pay attention, because this is what we're going to be talking about. So there are numerous certifications. this is one of the big major part, before I wanted to get into this business. I want to make sure, is the business credible? Are the products very, very high, of the highest standard possible? And you will not find a much more higher standard than Enagic. So there are numerous certifications that you can find on enagic.com website. I won't go to all of them, but definitely quality control was very important to me. Remember, I came from a quality control background with Burberry, so quality control was very important. Environmental control, but more importantly, that you see that ISO 13485 at the end, 13485, write that down, remember that. That is the magic number, because that certifies our machines in Japan, medical equipment. And we're also members of the DSA, the Direct Selling Association member, very prestigious member, very few members of, very few companies are part of, okay? So what do you need to get started with Enagic? What is the investment here? Okay, so think of this as a franchise-like investment. So it's very straightforward. So by the way, sorry, those of you who are overseas, who are not in Europe, all these prices are in euro. So speak to the person who invited you to this video. What is your local currency? What is your local price range in your country, in your region? But anyway, to get started with Enagic, you simply invest in one of our amazing technology, our machines. So the two on either side, the SD501 and the Platinum, specification-wise, they are pretty much the same. It's just that the Platinum also speaks 5 more European languages, but specification is exactly the same, and it has a slightly neater finish. Or maybe go in the chat box, let us know which of these machines do you own at the moment. Give people some ideas. Those of you who are brand new, so that's the question I asked, which machine should I go for? So those of you who have a Kangen machine, go in the chat box, let people know which machine you own. Okay, so I started with the SD501. That was the best model at the time. That was the flagship model. That still is the flagship model. That still is one of the best-selling model around the world by far. It's just proven. It is solid. It has been around for over 15 years, and that produced all the 5 water that you saw in my demo. All right, lots of people own the Nespa, the K8, the Junior 5A1, and the K8 there from Singapore, from Janine Tan. Yes, that's exactly what I have. I started with the SD501, and then when the K8 was released, we bought another machine for ourselves. I'm thinking, why do I need another machine? Maybe you might want to hire these out. Some people here, they rent out the machine. Okay, they put it on a rental basis, because it's very likely that when somebody starts trialing the water, it's very highly likely that they'll end up investing in the machine for themselves, correct? Sometimes we use it for exhibitions, etc. Yeah, we use the Platinum for exhibition, and we have the K8 too. Yeah, awesome. Those of you who have a machine, thank you very much for sharing. So the K8 is the top of the range if you want the best water. Okay, it's a machine that's very easy to maintain, the K8, and it also pays out a much higher commission compared to the other two. All right. So not everybody has 4,500 euros. Not everybody has 3,000 euros in their bank. So there are a number of options. You can even pay for this on your credit card, on your bank card. In some parts of the world, in EU, in Canada and America, there are easy financing available. These are interest-free easy financing available. All right. And you can start qualifying, even with financing, you can start qualifying for commissions from day one. Yes, Enagic want you to start, earning income and start running a business from your home, from your office, whilst you're still learning at the same time. Okay, that's what I did. And, the approval process is very straightforward, very, very fast. All right. Anyway, let's get into the money side of things, the business side of things now. So the business I'm about to show you is what we call an 8-point. So write this down, 8 points, 8-point business model, the 8-point commission system. And it is so special. that it is patented, that no one can copy this. And I'm going to be using the K8 here as the example. And the K8 goes for 4,400 euros here in the UK. So whatever you guys are paid, use your own conversion rate for your machines. But so Enagic pays out 2,000 euros as commissions. And I just watched this for the very first time. When I watched it for the first time, I thought, wow, is that why these machines are so expensive? Now, then when I go back, when I think, this Burberry shirt, for example, I paid 20 euros for to my factory in Milan. Okay, we paid this to Milan, in our factory in Milan, to produce it for $20. Okay, so, and then we sell it in our stores. And if you go to the Burberry store, you're looking to buy this at £199. Okay, so £200 you're paying for a Burberry shirt. Has anyone paid £200 for a shirt? This is how much they charge. So the question is there a markup? Is there a big, huge markup? And who here owns one of these iPhones? I don't know, Samsung phones. How much did you pay for your phone? And how much do you think they paid the factory for? Okay, so there is a markup in everything. There is a markup in your pens. There is a markup in your plastic, in your water bottle. There is a markup in everything, correct? But unlike Burberry, we had to pay David Beckham. We had to pay Kate Moss to advertise. We had to pay them a lot of money for advertising on TV, on newspapers, on radio, to advertise our products. But here with Enagic, prior to Enagic, how many of you actually heard about Enagic? I never heard about Enagic. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you guys, prior to you starting Enagic, prior to you starting Kangen, you probably never heard of Kangen water. You've never heard of Enagic. And that is because we do not advertise. So with the money that we save on advertising, we pay it back to you. We pay it back to you guys as marketing partners. When you guys share the word, when you guys share the opportunity and the business, when you guys change people's lives, you guys get rewarded. Are we good with that so far? Yes. So, think of this as a pizza, and it gets cut into 8 pieces. Each piece of that pie is worth 250 euros. Yes, like I said, high commissions, high payout. So 250 euros per piece of pie. And this is how it works and how you uprank, how you get paid. So when you start with Enagic and you sell your first 2 machines, the company pays you 250 euros each. Okay, so 250 euros on your first 2 machines. So again, use your own currency conversion rate wherever you are. So on your 3rd direct sale, the company pays you 500 euros. All good? And then when you up rank here, from on your 10th sale, so when you have group sales of 10 cumulative sales, the company pays you 750 euros. And we'll go into more about group sales later on the next slide. But this is an amazing position because it means that if you do the math, by the time you have 10 group sales, your investment, your initial investment on the business, on the machine is recouped back, is paid for. You would have recouped back around 4,500 euros back. And this is an amazing position over here when you have 20 group sales. Who here is currently on a 4A? When you're a 4A, congratulations, you get paid 1,000 euros per machine sales. Okay. And who here is on a 5A? You get promoted every time you help somebody change their lives. You get a promotion. Okay. Who here is on a 5A? Well, congratulations. When you have 50 or more group sales, you qualify to make 1,250 euros. Okay. And then on a top rank over here is a 6A. So congratulations. Who here is on a 6A or above? All right. If you're in a 6A, you're making 1,500 euros per machine sales. And this is when you have 100 group sales. This is an amazing position. Any of these positions here, any of these commission ranks here is amazing. It will change lives. Let's not say 1,500 euros. Let's just say if you're on a 2A, okay, and you make 500 euro and you generate 500 euros, how many sales do you need to become a 2A? All right. Yep, just 3 sales and you make 500 euros into your bank account. All right, so take a screenshot of this. I hope you guys have written this down or take a screenshot. We're going to move on now to give you an example to show you how the 8-point system works. So that's you up there. You've just bought your K8. Congratulations. And you sold to a friend called Sarah. So on your first direct sale, you make 250 euros. When Sarah sells to Peter, now you make something that we call indirect sales. Yeah, indirect sales. So you're also making 250 euros. All good? Yeah, that is from Sarah's effort. So when Peter sells to his friend over in Vancouver, you're also making 250 euros. And when Kent sells to Lucy, you're making 250 also. So on your second direct sale, you sell to Jamie, you're making 250 also. So on your third direct sale now, you sell to John, you're making 500 euros. And then on your fourth direct sale to Kim, guess what? You made 500 euros. And when Kim starts sharing the opportunity to her friends and Alex, Amy, how much do you think you made? Yes, 500, 500, 500 euros. Okay, indirectly from them. So question now is, when Amy shares this with Bob, how much money do you make? Yeah, those of you who like to participate, simply go in the message box, let us know how much money do you generate when Amy sells to Bob. Well, anyway, the answer is actually 500. Yeah, so even though you have 11 people within your organization, you need to make a next direct sale. You can actually open a new lane because you now qualify to make a 3A sale where you make 750 euros. Yeah, I hope this makes sense. This was a little bit confusing for me, but I completely get it. All right. And so when Amy sells to all these guys, you're making all these indirect commissions. So now we come to when Celia now sells a machine to Don, how much money do you make? All right. So we do this together. 1 point goes to Celia, 2 points to Becky, 2 points to Amy, 2 points to Kim, and that leaves you with 1 point. And remember, 1 point is equivalent to 250 euros. Making sense? And when Celia sells to Dav, you're also making 250. So now, when Celia sells a machine to Dan, how much money do you make? So, count together. 2 points now go to Celia because she's now a 2A rank. 2 points to 2 points to Becky, Amy, and Kim. So out of all 8 points, everything is all being consumed. Okay, that leaves you with 0 points, and that means from Celia's sale to Dan, you make 0 commission. Okay, so you can see here, this is how generous Enagic is. This is how amazing the company is because they pay Celia first because she's the one who's doing all the work, and then whatever points are left goes up. Okay, until all 8 pieces of that pie has been eaten. So Dan does not count as your group sale, okay? So on your 20th group sale, you might sell to someone called Raj, and this is where you make 1,000 euros. So when you have 20 or more people within your team, you can open up your next franchise lane, your next lane, okay? 2A, 1,000 euros. And then let's just say on your 50th group sale, you sell to someone called Ellie. And how much do you make from Ellie? 1,250 euros, yes? And when Ellie sells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines, how much do you make? Yes, it's 1,250 times 5, 6,250 euros you make indirectly from Ellie's effort. Isn't that amazing? Just have a think about that, all right? Just from Ellie's effort, because she came in under your 5A lane. And this is what happened to me, and this is what happened to a lot of Enagic leaders. Okay, so indirect sales commissions. And then let's just say on your 6A over here, you sell to someone called Alex, and you just made 1,500 euros. Is that amazing? Does that make sense? Is that good so far? Okay. Now, when I show this, one of the very common questions we get asked, and even when I first watched this for the very first time a few years ago, I did not understand network marketing. I did not understand direct sales. I thought it was one of these pyramid schemes. Hands up if you yourself, when you first started, or you knew somebody who thought, is that a pyramid scheme? That looks like a pyramid scheme. Okay, so what does a pyramid scheme look like? Or what is a definition of a pyramid scheme? can somebody define what is the difference between a pyramid scheme and an Enagic? So again, using my company previously, Burberry at the very top, my CEO at the time was Angela. Her annual income was over £6 million. £6 million a year was her income, annual income. And then who gets paid next? The president, okay, the vice president, the directors, the managers, and then store staff, correct? And then my father used to own a restaurant, and they said, oh, it's if you came in early, you can make all the money. Okay, so who made all the money? So who get paid the most? Was it the owner? Was it the chef? Was it the managers? Was it the delivery drivers? Yes. But here in Enagic, believe it or not, there are people within my team who gets paid more than I do. Yes, they get paid more than I do, even though they came in much later than I. Okay, so this is the power of direct selling. This is the power of network marketing, and this is the amazing power of Enagic. Okay, you get paid based on your efforts. You get paid based on how many people that you help. All right, so what I'm going to do now is actually run a scenario that maybe be able to give you guys some idea of how this thing works. So let me just try and stop screen share over here. And I'm just going to log in here on my phone. Just bear with me whilst I set this up, and this will all make sense. All right, I'm going to pin this guy up here. And then, okay, I don't know if you guys can see my screen okay. Can you guys see the flip chart on my screen? Yes? So it is pinned at the moment. So just yeah? Okay, cool. So you should be able to see a flip chart on your screen. All right, thank you for that thumbs up there. Injury, yeah, thank you. So for this exercise, we are going to need some participants. So maybe just start to think about, oh, somebody says no. You cannot see Ram, Pedros cannot see a flip chart, no screen sharing. I'm not sharing my screen. You just have to go to Anthony 2 and make him the speaker over here. So Anthony 2 is now the speaker. Does that make sense?
Anthony, once again, Anthony, I'm trying to locate you.
Yeah, so there is two Anthony. Yeah, thank you, Sam. There is two Anthony. Everybody's trying to be Anthony. So if you can just pin up Anthony 2 as the main speaker. It's the guy on the top. Yeah.
Anthony, I can only see Anthony 1. I can't see Anthony 2. I think your Anthony 2 may not be.
Anthony 2 with the red top.
Oh, I see. Okay. Your Anthony 2, right? The sound is not on, is it?
That's okay. As long as you can. Oh, sorry. Let me just turn on my sound.
But hang on. I need to identify. The video is not on. Is the video on?
There we go. Can you guys hear me now?
Try again. Try again.
All right. Testing.
Okay, I can. Okay. All right. Okay, I can see it now. What I'll do is I'll pin you.
Thank you.
Okay, that was funny.
Oh, it's amazing, this technology, huh?
Yep. Okay. So as long as you turn off Anthony 1, the sound on Anthony 1, you turn on the sound.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Sam.
Right.
All right. All right. Okay. Thank you, Doublet. Yes. Okay. Now, thank you, Jenny. All right. Awesome. All right. Again, now I'm going to need some volunteers for this exercise. So just hit 1 in the message box if you'd like to be a volunteer for this. It will be a fun exercise. It will be nothing complicated on a Saturday morning, I promise. And if you do volunteer for this exercise, you're going to make amazing value. When Sam showed me this, when he sat down and showed me this, I was blown away. Yeah, I was definitely blown away. So yeah, just a few guys, particularly the new guys. Those of you who have never done this before, please just just type me or just type 1 in the message box so I can see your name. So it will be fun. It will get a lot of value from this. If you've not done this before, just hit me or 1 in the message box. So we've got Petros. Is it Petros? All right. Thank you, Petros. Where are you from, Petros? Let us know where you guys are joining us from. So we've got Raf. We've got 1 over there. And then we've got Therese Andrew. Yes. Thank you very much. Awesome. We've got 4 volunteers. Maybe we would take 1 more. Okay. So we've got, I think someone says Petros, Raf, Cheris, Petros again. Oh, Petros UK. All right. We're on the same island. All right, awesome. Okay, so anyway, we've got here a category of customers, okay? And then we have sales per month and sales per year. And then we have the different types of customers on this chart. So we have an end user, a part-timer, and a full-timer. But there's an empty box over here, and this is actually somebody that we call some-timer. All right. So what is the definition of an end user? Can somebody let us know? Go in the message box, go in the chat box, please. Let us know what is the definition of an end user. All right. So yeah, the definition of an end user is somebody who just purchases the machine. Okay. They just use the machine. They have noticed benefits from the water. I don't know, their energy levels might go up, and they want to share it with their friends and family. They're not interested in the health. Not interested in the business. They're only interested in the benefits of the machine. Thank you there. Yes, thank you, Kim Song. Only drinker, no business. And then what about a some-timer? What is the definition of a some-timer? A some-timer is what? Is somebody who's currently in a full-time job or in a full-time business, but they see some potential in the business, and they want to share it with their friends and family. Okay, they want to share the opportunity and the water with their friends and family. Okay, they're looking to generate some income, some come and go. Yes, so they treat this as a hobby. They're not serious. They're not committed. They treat this as a hobby. All right. How many of you guys have hobbies? What is the definition of a hobby? All right. And a part-timer. What is a definition of a part-timer? A definition of a part-timer again is maybe this person has a full-time job. They're running their own business, but they want to go part-time. Okay, they are serious and they're committed. They treat this as a serious side income. Yes, so maybe somebody who works at Starbucks, because they have to clock in at a certain time and they have to clock out at a certain time. So they have to be committed to turn up to work. They may be spending 3 hours, 4 hours every day to generate this side income, to make this business workable for them before they transition to a full-timer. So what is the definition of a full-timer? Who is a full-timer over here? What is the definition of a full-timer? This is their full-time income. This is their full-time business, 100%. That's right. Yes, Kim Song, 100% all the way in. They're thinking, they're drinking, they're sleeping, they're eating Kangen all the time. They're doing nothing else, just Kangen. This is their main income. All right, 200% committed. Thank you. Their main source of income. All right, thank you very much. So we're going to be looking at sales per year for the end user. So for the volunteers over here, and maybe just let us know in the chat box, for an end user, within 1 year, how many machine sales do you think an end user can refer in 1 year? To Petros, Raf, and Cheris. Yeah, if you'd like to go in the chat box, please, I can see you. And just go in the chat box and just let us know, type in there, how many sales a year can an end user generate for you? All right, so thank you very much. So we've got Raf says 5, got Petros 4, and okay, Michelle 3, Cherish 4, and Teresita 1. How about do we have everyone? Cherish? Yes, everyone. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so 10. So, all right, awesome. Thank you. And so how about a some-timer? Okay, so if you think about this again, for a some-timer in 1 year, how many sales can a some-timer generate for you in 1 year? Okay, so again, just go in the message box now and start to type your answers in there. So Michelle says 5, Ginny says 1, Petros 1, thank you. Ida says 6. Do we have the answers from, Cherish and Raf? Kim Song 12, thank you. All right, 15, and we've got 5. So these are your answers so far for an end user and some timer. So now we're going to look at a part timer. We're going to focus on this column here, the sales per month. All right. So question, how many sales can a serious part timer, how many sales, sorry, that was my Alexa, I think. So how many sales a month can a part timer generate for you in 1 month? Okay. So answers in the chat box, please, everyone. So we've got 4, 3, 1 to 4. Okay. Okay. So we've got 1, we've got 4, we've got 3 from Envision, 4 from Brath, 12 from Ida, 8 from Michelle, 3 from Cherish. Thank you, everybody. Oh, lots of answers flying in. Well done. Awesome. Okay. So now we're going to come on to the full timer. So question, how many sales can a full timer generate for you in 1 month? So serious, committed, 100%, 200%, drinking, sleeping. This is their full-time income. Answers in the chat, please. All right, so lots of answers flying in. We've got 10 from Michelle, 5, 10 Kim Song, 7 Cherish, 5 from Teresita, 16 from Cambodia. Janie is 5. Okay, awesome. I think you guys are getting this now. All right, so we're going to pick a scenario over here. We're going to look at this part timer first, and okay, so the last one over here. Okay, 24. We put that in. So we're going to look at a part timer, and I'm going to pick a scenario over here and run some numbers with you to give you an idea how this commission structure works. So I'm going to pick the lowest number here possible, and the lowest number here was 3. No, it's actually 1. Very good. Okay, so and then for a full timer, the lowest number is, what's the lowest number here? Is 5. Okay, so I'm not saying, you know, the 4 machine, 12 machines, or the 24 machines are not achievable, but I want to be very, very conservative. In fact, with a full timer, I like to, if it's okay with you, I like to just cut that down and just reduce that by about half. Okay, and I choose the lowest number here to a 3. Is that okay? So lowest number here, you know, being a 3, just want to be very, very conservative because we don't want to overpromise. Okay, and so now for sales per year, before we come over here, we're going to we choose a rank. So remember different ranks that we shared with you earlier. Yes, like a 1A, 2A, 3, 4, 5, 6A. Yes, I want you guys to help me choose a rank, please. Okay, which rank system do you guys want me to use to run this scenario? Okay, you know, some of you guys you remember the commissions earlier, to 250 euros. Yes, the 1,500 euros, 750 euros, etc. So which rank system would you like me to use for this example? Okay, yeah, is it okay if we be very conservative here? I think those of you who've done this before know that I'm gonna, yeah, and just choose a 2A rank. Okay, how much commission does a 2A rank pay out? 500 euros per sale, correct? So when we do the maths over here, 12 machine sales in a year, correct? So one a month, 12 machine sales in a year times 500. Somebody want to help me with the maths? 12 times 500, yeah, is 6,000, correct? 6,000 euros. So a part-timer selling 1 machine a month, 12 machines in 1 year at a 2A rank, yes, 2A rank, which is 500 euros, will generate for you 6,000 euros. Okay, how about a full-timer? And a full-timer selling not 5, but 3 machines a month. 3 machines a month, so that's 3 times 12 gives you 36 machines in 1 year. Correct? So multiply that again. Which rank should we use? 36 machines in 1 year. Which rank would they be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. Is it again? We will use a 2A rank. Okay. A 2A needs how many machine sales? Only 3. 3 machine sales to become a 2A rank. Okay. So we're going to multiply that by 500 again. Okay. And that will give you, what's 36 times 500? Yeah, 18,000. Thank you. Very quick there. 18,000 euros. Is she correct with her maths there? Somebody want to check her maths? Just kidding. All right, so we've got a full-timer, sorry, who makes 3 machine sales a month. So that's 36 machines in 1 year. Multiply that by, again, a 2A rank, 500 euros. That gives you 18,000 euros. Okay, so remember that on that previous chart, where did most of the machines came from? Did it come from your direct sales or your indirect sales? So remember these end users over here, every time they make a sale, they buy a machine. Are they likely to make referrals? Yes or yes? And imagine these guys were all end users, not part-timers. Imagine these 12 people were end users. Are they likely to make machine referrals? Yes. So where did your machines referrals come from? What is your ratio between a sale and an indirect sale? Was it a 1-to-1, a 1-to-5, or 1-to-10? So most of your machine sales is going to come from your indirect, correct? Yeah. So 3 machines is already a 3A. Yeah, but we're just going to be using a 2A rank. Okay, so after a 3A, your third machine, it will be a 2A rank. So most of your machine sales is going to come from indirect. So this is your direct sales. No, direct sales. Okay, and then we also have an indirect sale. And basically we're going to duplicate this. So imagine every one of these 12 people, they just make 1 machine referral. In 12 months, in 52 weeks, they just make 1 machine referral. Okay, so we just duplicate this. 12 times 500, 6,000 euros. And is it okay we do the same again with a full-timer? So these 36 people in 1 year, they duplicate exactly what these guys did. They just make 1 machine referral a year. Okay, so again, it's 36 multiplied by 500 equals 18,000 euros. All good? So very simple maths. All we need to do now is just add these 2 numbers together. 6,000, 6,000. 12,000 euros. Yes. 18,000, 18,000. 36,000 euros. All good? All right. So what that means is when you add these 2 numbers together from your part-timer, from your full-timer, when you add these 2 numbers together, you have a sum total of 48,000 euros. So we've ignored the end user, we've ignored the sum timer. We're only looking at the part-timer and the full-timer. So these are the numbers that you gave me. So from a part-timer making 1 machine sale a month, and from their direct and indirect sales to these customers, you've made 12,000 euros in 1 year. Is that a good income? And how about from adding your full-timer? Not 5, not 7, not 3, but just 3 machine sales a month. From a full-timer, generating for you directly and indirectly, because remember, most of your commissions come indirectly, 36,000 euros. When you add them together, 48,000 euros in 1 year in total. Now, my question to you guys is that a good income? Is that a good income where you guys are based at the moment? Now, I don't know where some of you guys are around the world, but here in the UK, this is a pretty good income. This is an above average UK income. Okay, an average UK income is actually £28,000. £28,000. Okay, which is around 35,000 euros. Okay, and in London, being London average income is £35,000. Okay, this is the average. Okay, is that a good income where you guys are at the moment? Right? Yes, this is fat cash. Thank you. Yes, very good income. So this is from 1 part-timer, by the way. Yes, 1 part-timer. And this is 1 full-timer. So imagine this was your first venture in your first year, and this is what you made. What would you do in your second year? Do you think that you'll be able to find more part-timers in your second year? Do you think you can find another full-timer in your second year? Yes. So those volunteers, Petros, Ralph, Cherish, or anybody else who's brand new to this, how many more part-timers can you find in your second year? How many more full-timers can you help introduce the business to in your second year? You know, if this doesn't excite you, this should definitely excite you here. Okay, how many more? So go in the message box, go in the chat box, please, and let us know how many more part-timers can you find in your second year? Yeah. Somebody says Cherish says 30. Oh wow. All right. So who ever introduced you to this business? Well done. And then 4. Yeah. How about for a full-timer? How many more full-timers? Okay, 2. All right. So let's just not say, all right, right. So let's just not say 4. Imagine that was you had 2 more part-timers in your second year. And then you say you have 2 more, and we'd be very, very conservative. Thank you there. Thank you, Hank. Thank you, Sonia. 5, Ralph, 8. Yeah. So let's just say in your second year you have 2 part-timers and 2 sorry, that's cropped off there, 2 full-timers. Yes. Would that figure there not be over 100,000? Would that not be over 100,000 euros? Okay. So my final question to all of you guys is, you know, was this realistic? And is this achievable? So it's just type 1 and 1 if you think this is achievable and this is realistic. If you think this is realistic, just go 1. If you think this is achievable, just type 2. And you know, by the way, if you said this is achievable, completely agree. All right. This is based on, you know, my personal scenario over here. But again, like I said, at the very disclaimer, you know, our results are not typical. The only variable is you. Thank you. Yeah, 222. Awesome. All right. And you know, is it realistic? Remember, we've only chose the lowest number possible over here. 1 machine a month for a part-timer and 3 machines per month for a full-timer. Okay. So there you have it. That's what I like to share with you. Let me just mute the screen. Turn that off. All right. Okay, you're back on me. Can you guys see me okay? You should be able to probably see 2 Anthony's on your screen there. Let me just remove that pin. And let me just, spotlight me. All right, brilliant. Thank you very much, everyone. And so from what you've seen there, I hope that you'll be able to understand now, you know, this is an amazing company. You know, we have an amazing product. We have an amazing culture. We have fantastic leaders here within our organization. And if you're still thinking there, sitting there wondering, you know, is this business for me? You know, what am I waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get back to the person who shared this presentation with you, who shared this video with you, the demo with you, and let them know how you can get started today. Okay, because it is still very new. It's still barely underpenetrated market, and there's still plenty of opportunity for you guys to get involved. All right, so that's all I have to share. My name is Anthony, and thank you very much for